Yo, I'm back again after a little break. Let's get into today's football, man. Spurs played, lost 2-0 to Wolves. Fucking shambles. So fucking shambles. I don't even know where to really start. Daniel Levy out, Enoch out. Get all them pricks out. Anyone backing them as well. Move. Get out of the club. It's so it's just heartbreaking. Like it's just so frustrating. It's just mad annoying seeing Spurs play out how they're playing because you got teams like City that's just like ghosting teams. City, look what they done to Norwich yesterday, ghosted them. And then you got Spurs out here like in battles with Wolves in the league. Wolves are above Spurs. Do you know how embarrassing that is? Do you know how shit Spurs are? Like, no disrespect to Wolves, they played very, very, very well. But that's embarrassing. Let's get into some of the players today. You look at like Loris. Loris is a let me not anyway. Let me not cuss and swear and all that stuff. But you see, Loris, shambles. Look at them. Look at them two. Look at them two mistakes. Yeah, cool. Yeah, cool. Look, the defense was shit. They reacted late and stuff, but there ain't no excuse, bro. Like, what you doing? But we've seen this too much from Loris over the last 5, 6, 7, 8, however many years he's been at the club. We've seen this too much. I'm here. I'm struggling to get words out because I don't really know what to say. I could start cussing and doing all that stuff, but no point. The problem with Tottenham is it's the club, it's the institution. It's the institution, it's the way the club is set up, yeah. You man think Conte's gonna come in and change. No. He ain't gonna change anything because the way the club is actually run and set up and built, that's the problem. It's the setup of the club. It's not get a new manager in, he's gonna change it. No, it's because guess what's gonna happen? It's gonna be a new manager bounce, 9, 10 games, and then cool. The team's just gonna go back into being shit. There ain't enough ballers in this team. Betancourt, Laumi, Betancourt, you lot are out here gassing this youth because he's won trophies. Stop trophy scouting. Trophy scouting is how you flop and you get a bunch of like meaty ballers. You just get guys that's won loads of things and has got a good morale, good character, proven winner, all of that stuff. But most of those guys can't ball like that. Think about it. If you're a trophy winning player, you've won many league titles and all that stuff, and a team is just happy to get rid of you for what? Let's say 20 million. I can't even remember what he was bought for. But if you've got somebody that's winning trophy after trophy after trophy, and you're not going for any big money, shouldn't that not be a sign that, hang on a minute, maybe this guy just ain't levels? Kulusevski, don't fucking piss me off. The guy's like, he's a meaty athlete. Yeah, cool. He's got a decent left foot. That's it. There's bare man in the league already that can do what Kulusevski can do. But he's got a few league titles. He's young, so yeah, he's gonna be no. You look need to get a better understanding of football. That's the problem with Tottenham. It's the club. It's the way the club is set up. It's the outlook of the club. It's all wrong. There's not enough elite football minds at the club. There's not enough. There's not enough elite like players, like all that kind of. I can't even word it, but it's just not enough elite football minds. Mentality isn't there. That's the biggest problem, and it starts from board level, and it filters all the way down to fans. You got so many fans so many Spurs fans anyway that just don't understand the club. Too many losers. That's what it is. It's gonna sound rude. People are gonna take offense to it, but there's too many losers at this club. It's just fans. We have too many like dickheads and losers as fans. who don't demand better, who's not wanting more, who's not understanding what it takes to be elite. That's the problem. Spurs lack that. Spurs lack what it takes to be that elite team. And that starts from institutional level downwards. Paratici, you lot are gassed over this guy. This guy is shit. He was shit at Juventus, and he's shit now. Winning leagues don't make you good. Don't use that as a metric to decide whether somebody's cold or not. You can win trophies and be shit, because guess what? You can play in a terrible league and win things. Better yet, you can be a passenger in the team, in the team, and still win things. There are men who's never won a trophy before that can kick ball. They will ball out. Stick them in the team. They will win things. Stick them in a winning team. Sorry, they will do bits. That's the honest truth. You want men that are teched off, not guys who's got a good reputation. And because they've got a good reputation, that's why you're backing it and condoning it. Nah. You could be condoning mediocrity. You could be backing men that are just shit. That's not the standards you want to set. And when you become comfortable and complacent and you start accepting that, then guess what? Guys like Daniel Levy is going to look at it and he's going to think, oh, okay, well, guess what? These guys are just accepting anything that's put out on the pitch. These guys are just accepting anybody. So anybody that's won a trophy, yeah, cool. Let's go for them. Because guess what? Now we can say that they're proven winners. They're going to change the mentality of the club, and everything's fine. And now what you've got is a bunch of players who's won trophies who isn't good enough to play at that level, and is now being shipped off. Betancourt and Kulusevski are in that category. The amount of sloppy passes I saw Betancourt doing, it's just disgraceful. That guy's a myth. You're looking, and I'm thinking, like, how many elite men are there at Spurs? How many? Like, somebody please answer. Man's going to talk about Harry Kane as well, yeah? You lot, stop gassing this guy up, bro. Stop moving like he's fucking Brazilian Ronaldo. Stop acting like he's prime Lionel Messi. No. He's the most overrated Premier League striker in the history of the Premier League. I swear. Most overrated Premier League striker in the history of the Premier League. And you lot are going to think I'm being mad. You lot are going to think I'm being reactionary. Don's overrated. Yes, he's a good footballer. Before people want to misconstrue what I'm saying, he's a good footballer. But you lot just move like he's Messi. The guy scored 6 league goals in 20-something games. And you're telling me he's worth 150, 200 plus million pounds. Donny clearly down tools because he didn't want to be at the club, and you're still rating him. Look at his attitude, and you're still rating him. It's clear to see that he's declining, and you're still rating him. As you lot would say, he's bottled it in every final. Gone missing, or however you want to call it, in every final. But here you are, still gassing him. Why? Because he scores goals. Bare man have come to the league and scored goals. There's so many strikers that can come into the league and score goals. His performance today was shocking. The amount of like poorly placed passes I saw him making, and he had a very good chance to score at 2-0. He didn't take it. And listen, I'm not here to scapegoat, man, because he scored goals, he's done his thing. But when you're being lauded, but when you're being made out to be like this top guy, he's this guy, and he's not doing that, like, keep the same energy. Because there's been other top players who hasn't performed, and you lot aren't saying shit. But when it's Harry Kane, there's all these excuses. Look at the system he's in, blah, blah, blah. Nah, he's just not playing well. If he's such a top player, system don't matter. Coaches shouldn't matter. He should still be able to perform. That's part of what being a top player is, particularly in your prime. You don't make too much excuses for this guy. And he hasn't done anywhere near enough on the pitch or in a football sense for people to just be idolising him and defending him as much as as much as people are doing now. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying he doesn't have reasons to be pissed off and stuff. But when you're supposed to be an elite professional player, the elite, nah, he needs to be doing better than what he's doing, and that's the honest truth. Son starting to fall off. Like, Spurs need so much man to come into this team. There's too many meaty ballers. There's just too many meaty football heads at the club, and it's been the case for however many years. Winks, why is he still here? Ben Davis, I quite like Ben Davis, but he's not good enough. Hasn't been for a long time. Emerson Royale, what? Doherty, what? Davinson Sanchez, he's had long enough, not good enough. Move him on. Lloris, don't even get me started. The guy's a myth. Move him on. Why are you still keeping these shitty, meaty players who hasn't shown you that they're going to get you to an elite level? Why are we doing this? Lloris would never be City keeper. Ben Davis would never be City left centre back or however you wanna call him or play him. It would never be that. Doherty, are you mad? Sanchez, are you fucking mad? Winks and Bettencourt as a midfield. Are you fucking skunked? Do you think Pep would ever be picking that as a midfield? Don't piss me off. Pep wants borders. He wants elite guys, and you're picking fucking Winks and Bettencourt, who can't control or dictate a game because they're not press resistant. Their weight of pass isn't great. Their pass selection isn't good. They was panicking under pressure. They're not particularly quick. They don't really have pass variation. They don't really bring much. They're just steady Eddie type players. We don't need that. I don't understand who decided to look at this window and go, okay, let's get rid of Ndombele, let's get rid of Gil, let's get rid of Lo Celso, let's get rid of Dele Alli. And listen, I'm not a massive fan of the last two. Yeah, they're not good enough. But how are you going to get rid of all your creative players and bring in Betancourt and Kulusevski? It makes no sense. You've literally taken out like the most techie man from the team, your best creators, to bring in another Højbjerg. And you think you're going to try and get Champions League football doing that? Come on. Like, when are you not going to realise the club is just shit? The club is needy. Stop gassing up. Stop gassing up all these players. Stop gassing up managers. Stop gassing up Paratici. Stop buying into the brand that Daniel Levy and them man are giving you now. Because guess what? The product on the pitch is shit. The product on the pitch is meaty. So fuck the branding. Fuck what it sounds like. Because it sounds good. Yes. Conte's here, league winning manager. Betancourt, league winning player. Kulusevski, serial winner. Lloris, World Cup winner. It sounds all nice. Harry Kane, talisman. It sounds all nice. Sounds all franchisey and good. But guess what? The product isn't matching up to what the branding is. Because guess what? Not all of those. Because guess what? Having all of those kind of things in place isn't necessarily good football decisions. Sorry, they're not all good football players. The football needs to come first, not the branding. Stop endorsing Daniel Levy. Stop endorsing Enoch. And that's it, man. Love, take care, like, subscribe, comment, and yeah, I'll be back next time Spurs lose and just decide they're gonna piss me off. I'll try and be more consistent on the YouTube. Thank you.